Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michelle, and welcome to my channel. In this clip, I want to talk about transition. And if we want to transition properly, we have to let Moses go. This is based on Deuteronomy 34. I'm going to only read verses 5 until 9, but please do read for yourselves the whole chapter just to get the full story. Verses 5. And Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in Moab. As the Lord had said, he buried him in Moab, in the valley opposite Beth Peor. But to this day, no one knows where his grave is. Moses was 120 years old when he died, yet his eyes were not weak nor his strength gone. The Israelites grieved for Moses in the plains of Moab 30 days until the time of weeping and mourning was over. Now, Joshua son of Nun was filled with the spirit of wisdom because Moses had laid his hands on him. So the Israelites listened to him and did what the Lord had commanded Moses. Okay, so let's get to it. For Joshua to take position, Moses had to die. We need to understand this. There are people in our lives that lead us out of Egypt and help us fight our battles and train us to become who we are meant to be. However, God is not taking them where He is taking us. We have to be careful in our journey with God not to idolize our leaders. You may have grown under the wing of Moses, and he may have taught you the word and God's law. And you need to understand that you continue to hold on to the law and obey it. However, you have to let Moses go. You are allowed to mourn for his death for a period of time. Then get up and do what God says you need to do. Most of us want to remain under a Moses in our lives because Moses gave birth to us. We still want to impress Moses and prove to him that we are worthy, forgetting that Moses didn't call us, but he was a mere transportation to our destiny. By no means does this mean we hate on Moses or feel better than Moses because we are promoted. You have to understand there can never be another Moses who has done so much wonders. Just because God is promoting you doesn't mean that Moses is demoted. No, he's getting a promotion as well, being in the presence of the Father away from this sinful world and doesn't have to fight anymore is a promotion. Just because Moses dies in the wilderness doesn't mean his death is like the others. Some were swallowed up by the earth, while Moses was taken up. Now, as you take position, you need to know how to take instruction. Being a leader means you are a servant. That means you cannot be so far from people you are leading that you don't know their needs or understand their language. You also have to remember what the promise is, or where the promised land is located, or what territories you are possessing. This means you have to be so close to God that your ear is quicker than your mouth. God will remind you as He is appointing you because He wants you to be sure of the mandate. One important factor about taking position is the understanding of your role. Not everyone is a Joshua. Some of us are the fighting men. Some of us are the spies. Some of us may be Rahab in a land that is supposed to be destroyed, but because of our bravery, by saving the spies, we get to benefit from the promised land. Some are priests and Levites, carriers of the ark, and the rest are members of the tribes or representatives of the tribes. What is important to know is that you have a role to play and you must know when to play it. When you hear the word, you move according to what God said to you. And just because God met face to face with Moses and he speaks differently with Joshua doesn't mean he is not with you. As God was with Moses, so will he be with you. That is in Joshua 1 verses 5. I think I'm going to leave it here for now and we'll continue next time. I hope this helps somebody. Until next time, to God be the glory.